What's up, gamers? Hey, once again, thanks again for tuning in to the GamersRebirthDL channel. So, let's say that you happen to get a new PlayStation Vita and you don't know where to start, and plus it's not activated. No worries, we can still get the best of it and a lot of games. Haha. So, what do we need? So we will need a PlayStation Vita on a lower firmware. Of course, we will need the Wi-Fi network, FileZilla, so that we can enable FTP transfer. Patience, haha. And when we move on to the installation, we're going to update the system software to 3.60 with the H-Encore DNS. We're going to use the PlayStation Vita web browser to install H-Encore. We're going to transfer and install the VitaShell, Enso, and Adrenaline. So wait for the additional tips and example. Links will be in the description. Remember, check my Twitter, guys. Enjoy, gamers. So we move on to the PlayStation Vita. I got this new non-activated PlayStation Vita. I'm just going to show you guys the system information, which is 3.52. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and go to auto start settings and check the download update file for system software. Just leave it blank. It's really important so that the PlayStation Vita does not auto update. So then we're going to select network, Wi-Fi settings. Now make sure you connect to your Wi-Fi, and then we're going to go to advanced settings, and under the DNS settings we're going to select manual. Okay, so once we've select manual, we're going to use the H-Encore DNS, and we'll go ahead and put 212.47.229.76. So really important that we put it 212.47.229.76, and then we leave everything else as it is, and then we select OK. Okay, so it'll just go ahead and connect automatically. That's all we need to do with the Wi-Fi settings. So now this was kind of scary. You go to system update, and then we're going to select update via Wi-Fi. So it's gonna take like a minute to start looking for the information. Now it's gonna say a new version of system software is available, 3.60, and then we're gonna see the Asian characters. Make sure you see those Asian characters. If you don't see them, then cancel it out. Then we just proceed with the installation. Shouldn't take that much. And then we select update. It was still kind of scary doing it, even though I knew it was gonna work. I had to reference to one of my videos so that I could go ahead and do it. So you guys can see that it did work, 3.60, which is pretty cool. Amazing, guys, this is awesome. I have my new PlayStation Vita Blue, or Aqua Blue, however you call it. Remember to remove that auto start settings and do not update automatically. It's really important. So now that we have our 3.60, we're going to install H-Encore to our PlayStation Vita. Now the HTTPS H-Encore.xyz is not working. So prior to that, delete any cookies. If you can clear search history and then close the window. Okay, and close any other window as well. Now it took me a while to install this H-Encore, so just be patient, it's worth it. So as you guys can see, I turned it off, turned it back on. You guys will see that I got some errors. So HTTP then H-Encore.xyz is really important. You put it like this. It's gonna take you to the page. You guys can see I tried to install it. It froze my Vita. So I turned it off. I tried it again. It still crashed the browser. So delete the cookies, do all the same process again. The only thing that happened, it was loading and then I turned it off, and I hadn't really deleted the cookies, but then I went back into the web browser and I just hit start and it did it. As you guys can see, http henkaku.xyz.go. I don't know if that was the trick. When it was loading, turn it off and then turn it back on, but that did it for me. So just be patient, guys. Keep trying. It'll work. Once it works, if you don't get MolecularShell installed, then once it works once, it'll keep working. So when the Henkaku hack loads, press R so that you can install MolecularShell. Okay, so now press any key to exit, and then you will see that MolecularShell will appear, which is pretty cool. Now we have access to the Vita internal system. It's awesome, guys. So once we have the access, we launch MolecularShell and we connect via FTP. So we press select. Since we still don't have the option using USB, we will need to install VitaShell. So we get our FileZilla, just Google it, it's really simple. And then we put the IP address that the PlayStation Vita gives us. So in this case it was 192.168.0.124. And then the port number, we'll go ahead and put it in there as well, which is 1337. And then you guys will have access to the PlayStation Vita folders. So we go to UXO or UX0, and then we're going to transfer our files. So this is where we're going to go ahead and install Enso, VitaShell, and Adrenaline. Also, I put in there the GamersRebirthDL application. You guys want to follow us. And the Adrenaline's Bubbles Manager, you still don't really need it, but you can just transfer it just in case. You guys can see GamersRebirthDL application, Adrenaline Bubbles Manager, and VitaShell. So now that we have that access, we just want to connect once. So we'll go ahead and copy all those files to the root of the PlayStation Vita under UX0. But the most awesome file from these all would be Enso.vpk. I'll go ahead and leave the links in the description. Okay, once we've transferred that information, we'll go ahead and go to MolecularShell, and we're going to install VitaShell.vpk so that we can get our USB access for the computer. Thank you, the flow. Now we're going to install. You guys can see if you press start, you don't really have access to all the features. Now you guys can see VitaShell. It's already installed. Now you guys, we need to go to settings, Henkaku settings, and enable unsafe homebrew. Okay, cool. Now that we've done that, we go back to VitaShell or MolecularShell. I love VitaShell, so I'll go ahead and use that one. Now I'm gonna update it right now. The new update for VitaShell came out, so since we have the network, it'll update automatically. So now the greatest hack, Enso.vpk, we'll go ahead and install it. We'll install our application, GamersRebirthDL, Adrenaline.vpk, and to create bubbles, the Adrenaline Bubbles Manager. You guys can see all the applications, they look beautiful in this blue aqua PlayStation Vita. First of all, we start with the Enso, mother of all, Henkaku Enso or Enso, however you guys want to call it. So we press the circle so that we can go ahead and install Enso to our console. We'll press cross to install the hack, and then you can go ahead and press any button to restart. You guys can see the cool user interface of YouTube, custom application we've created. Now we're going to install Adrenaline.vpk. Now note, this PlayStation Vita is not activated. It's just out of the box. No PSN, so which is pretty cool. We can install Adrenaline and play our PlayStation 1 games, our PSP games, our homebrew. You know, you can do everything through this application. It's like having the old PSP, which is amazing. You guys can see that I have no games in there yet, but I will have plenty. Okay, so guys, pretty cool. If you guys liked it, remember to hit like, subscribe, share with your friends. As always, Gamer Rebirth out.